The Brexit side was the precise victor in the UK-Europe poll results, in the pro-EU Lib Dems' upcoming other. The Conservative Party and Labour incurred hard losses, in the X-header for less than rather than 10% of the voice. Brexit side lead Nigel Farage told the two major parties could find out a big communication of the results. Common, out of 64 MEPs proclaimed, Mr Farage's side has won 28, the Lib Dems 15, Labour 10, Greens 7, the Tories 3 and Blanket Cymru. The UK had been due to keep the EU on March 29, but while how last date was skipped, involvement in the poll became obligatory. Meantime, Northern Ireland's calculate does not start before Monday. In the results anticipated on Tuesday, voting specialist Sir John Curtis told the results showed fair how polarised the nation had been. If the WASA at first passed the post poll, they would not include undertaken a solitary chair, she told. So distant, searching postal code, nation or area, e.g. Scotland or Western Midlands, the results for your region are not in yet, Mr Farage told. If the UK did not keep the EU by the new last date of October 31, these results would be reiterated at a general poll. We elect to keep this EU, and we refuge T leftward, it's how easy, he told. Labour lead Jeremy Corbyn told the elections had be a authorisation other plebiscite following the prudence fail to supply Brexit. He told his side would represent on these results on both of sides of the Brexit share, and the question will include to go behind to the human beings via a general poll or a social voice. Labour's vice lead Tom Watson told the side necessary to promptly de-think its Brexit stance following the fatal poll results. Alastair Campbell, ex-rotation physician to Tony Blair and visible term of the human beings' voice campaigning for else plebiscite, told for the at first period in his lifetime he had elect for the Lib Dems. In difference to the two largest parties, less ones in an unequivocal communication on Brexit were awarded. She insisted the results were no a win for the Brexit side, as voters had as well shown supporting for stay parties. Analyze, by voting specialist Professor John Curtis, it's perhaps top recite as approaching to a paint, among the stay and keep sides, how is I'm outgoing out the nationalists. Two parties, both of in favor of outgoing out of a transactions extraordinarily nearly completely backed by keep voters, the Brexit side and UKIP. Full voice, 35%. Three parties, the Permissive Democrats, the Greens and Changing UK, all in favor of else plebiscite. Full voice, 35%. I believe the oddest true is how which the poll has made is two things. One is to show fair how polarized the social are on the question. The other is to recall us, as the view polls include been expressive us, how supporting for stay and supporting for keep are yet really shut to every sum. The Brexit side surveyed an ordinary of 44% of the voice in justice areas wherever more than rather than 55% elect to keep in 2016. In areas wherever less than rather than 45% elect keep, the Lib Dems average 50% of the voice. Strike was fair under 37%. How puts it on year to be the other highest in any Europe poll, other just to 2004, while the strike was partially pressurized by the use of all postal ballots in several components of England. Places how elect largest firmly to stay in the plebiscite saw strike growth more than compared in the recent poll in 2014 rather than places that elect largest hard for keep. Both of our big major parties are creature punished strongly for the collapse in Westminster above Brexit. The somersault side for the less parties? The Lib Dems are cheerful and of year, Nigel Farage is behind in a revenge. A Europe poll may not be a straight authorization for a UK general poll, but however, following this evening, millions of voters in regions up and downward the nation will be provided by parties some rather than the big couple. It as well casts question on the concept how trade-off can win of. Instead of, the precise communication seems to be how human beings wish clearness, if how be keep or stay, while it comes to Brexit. Leavers wish to keep, Remainers wish to stay, and efforts to convince human beings they should behind thing in the medium include unsuccessful. The map does not show results for Northern Ireland since it has a various election framework to the otherwise of the UK.